Tour date.
Tour dates.
Yeah, this Thursday I'm in Austin, Texas at the Vulcan Room. Should be a fun, socially distanced show. You're going to be there soon. You'll talk about it. And Sunday, October 5th in Boise at the Lounge at the End of the Universe. October 26th to November 1st, I'm scheduled to be in Vegas at LA Comedy Club. They just opened up 3 nights ago. So unless they remove me from their calendar, it's happening.
That's exciting.
So it's probably not happening.
Hey.
What do you got?
Seems like they should make a wise decision and cancel you, but that's okay. The podcast will do it for you. Tacoma Comedy Club, October 19th. And you might be thinking to yourself, wait, there are no live comedy shows allowed in Washington, or you're not thinking that, but it's Netflix and Chill Monday night. They're playing my comedy special and then Cory's comedy special from Dry Bar on the big screen.
They're just playing mine after hours, after they close.
Yeah. Well, it'll be the same amount of people laughing. So
you guys just go watch people laugh at you?
Hopefully.
I can't go, but are you gonna go down?
Yeah, Adam said that they've only averaged like 9 people per show, so I just made an event, invited people, and if people want to come, that'd be funny. It'd be funny if I was more of a draw to see me 3 years ago.
On video.
Yeah, on video. But I think if there's a crowd, I might go up and like introduce it and then be like, this is not comedy, just do a bunch of goofy stuff. But
right.
We'll see. Cave Junction, Oregon, and Grants Pass, Oregon, October 22nd through the 24th. Wild River Pub, Austin, Texas, Vulcan Gas Company, October 29th. Oklahoma City, Bricktown Comedy Club, October 30th and 31st with Tim Dillon. Minneapolis, Minnesota, House of Comedy, November 5th through 8th, if we still have a country. End of the world tour, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too bad you couldn't bump that one up just one more week, but
yeah.
What are you gonna do? That's cool. Hey, we have a guest who's you might have heard kind of giggling there. Do you have anything you're doing, Mike?
I actually don't have shows until Oregon in November.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oregon in November.
Doing the old Coos Bay, Medford.
Oh.
Yeah.
DJ Sandu got banned from that gig the other night.
Really?
He's Muslim.
Wait, was this Coos Bay? Because I actually did that gig where a different guy got banned.
Oh, funny. Well, he posted for the first time ever got banned from a stage, and it was for telling people to leave and shut up who had told me they wanted to kick my ass. And then he promised to tell the details in the story later, so we'll see. But
so we'll see the details.
We'll see if they come out as he likes to ruffle feathers. So we'll see if he just told them to shut up and leave. That seems maybe not quite accurate. But not the full thing, obviously, because we're gonna get the full thing anyway. Well, we're glad to have you. We're gonna tell you some jokes here in a minute, and we'll tell some jokes, and you're gonna hopefully laugh. And hey, that's a good start.
It's a crowd. I'm giggly. I'm the perfect guest for this show.
That's why we chose you.
Yeah, you're like, it's not has anything to do with comedy. It has to do with giggliness.
We're actually just recording your laugh right now and replay it every week. So
you could make a laugh track out of all your guests' laughs. That's actually a good idea. And then you don't have to have guests anymore.
Well, we like having. I don't know. This is our second week with guests. We don't even know if we like it yet, to be honest. It was fine last week. You'll see. There's a lot of pressure on your shoulders.
Really? Oh, okay. Feeling good.
All right. Well, 3-second pause, and then we'll get started.
Okay.
Hey, welcome back to Homeschool Podcast, episode 12 with Cory Michaelis and Andrew Rivers. The fun podcast where we goof off instead of learning, and then we get to the real world and realize nobody likes us.
Yeah, we deserved attention for this podcast if it's a homeschool podcast. This month, it's month number 7 of the coronavirus pandemic, or if you're in Florida, week 1.
Yep. Florida, by the way, just got approved for full capacity, 60,000 fans at football games, but I wouldn't be caught dead at one of the Dolphins games.
Dolphins are so bad. Tuna fish were like, hey, get out of our can.
Hey. Man, if someone came up to me like, hey, want to catch a Dolphins game? I'd be like, I'd rather catch COVID. Yeah. A new study says 1/3 of COVID patients develop neurological symptoms. I think Trump has had COVID this whole time.
Trump is hawking a Trump defeats the coronavirus commemorative coin. I'll put that one right next to my Seattle Seahawks Super Bowl winners t-shirts.
Back to back, baby.
They're going to end up selling those in Africa to kids. As Trump returned to the White House, he had an uplifting message for the country. Stop being a pussy. Don't let COVID dominate your life. Just get flown to a hospital on your helicopter, take a bunch of expensive experimental drugs, and then claim victory while you're all jacked up on steroids. It's like...
It's easy. Come on. Hey, people don't like you when you make fun of the president. I mean... When Obama was president, you almost never saw people calling him a Muslim or saying that he was born in Africa. So I think we're all hypocrites, and we just need to acknowledge that, We need to start being honest. We're not good people. And once Joe Biden wins, you're not going to be nice to us, so fuck off.
or to them, I'm not going to reveal my political...
Your vote this early? Okay.
It's me.
I have an idea, actually. Let's be the change we want to see, Andrew. Say one nice thing about President Trump.
Well, if I had to say one nice thing about Trump, is that he's the best president for our education system we've ever had. And as teachers, I'm sure you guys would agree, if he weren't elected, I would have never Googled what the 25th Amendment was about.
That's true. We've had to do so much research these last 4 years to fact check all his bizarre claims. We're all learning.
Yeah. And this is the real school, by the way. This isn't one of those, let's read a book about dictators. You learn so much more by actually living through one.
Kind of like catching coronavirus, right? Like, you can have briefings and scientists and research and articles that are peer-reviewed by doctors or whatever. But what do you actually know until you catch it?
Right. Hey, the CDC once again says coronavirus is airborne. They should have kept that one back in their drafts. They're worse than these TikTokers.
Oh, well. It does look like Trump will have to get it again so he can learn some more on this new information.
Yeah, he learned a lot last time, didn't he? You can learn about coronavirus without catching it. I know a lot about chlamydia, and I'm usually a movie guy, but I would have preferred the pamphlet book.
I'd like him to learn more about immigration and gun violence through experience. Maybe that's an option.
Yeah. Yeah, I tell you, it's hard to find reliable news coming out of the White House, but right now the White House has a deep throat, Claudia Conway.
Oh, that's that teenager. Probably not a good idea to call her deep throat.
Yeah, well, that's what the courts tell me also. But, 15-year-old Claudia Conway leaked the news that her mom caught coronavirus via TikTok. She also posted videos of her mom yelling at her for posting on TikTok. Anyway, seems like a fun family.
Yeah. But I get it. If growing up your mom was that famous and powerful and she got some crazy disease she denied, you'd be talking shit about her on MySpace.
Yeah, and you'd be sending out notes with a carrier pigeon.
Okay, I'm not that old.
He's old. He's 40. Anyway, now that they've personally been affected by the virus, I'm sure conservatives will come around to the idea of masks and social distancing.
Yeah, obviously. There's no other option. Tommy Lauren, she offered up her clickbait response, telling Joe Biden he might as well wear a purse with his mask. Right? Well, at least the conservatives have come around on trans rights.
I like wearing a purse. Anyway, wearing a mask is very girly, okay? But caking on 4 pounds of orange makeup every time you leave the White House, that is presidential.
Mm-hmm. You know what else is presidential? Getting everyone you know sick.
Well,
Got in a limo and
that girl gave me herpes should run for president.
She's very presidential.
Very presidential.
And I was for 2 weeks, and then Cory was for his support. Oh yeah, Trump he got in that limo and he like did a whole drive-by to wave to his supporters who were outside the hospital.
Yeah, everyone's worried about like the
flags.
Secret Service limo driver, right?
Yeah,
the guy whose job it is to jump in front of a bullet, but he can't jump in front of a cough. Give me a break.
That's a fair point, I guess. Plus, you know what? Coughs don't kill people. People kill people, Andrew.
That's right.
This actually isn't even a cough issue at all. It's a mental health issue, I say. Let's not focus on how or where he got the cough, but why he's deranged enough to carry the cough with him against regulations, by the way, putting others at risk with it. I, in fact, tried taking that cough from his cold, dead body.
I would like to try.
Okay.
I'll give
Careful
him
there.
mouth-to-mouth.
Careful. While Trump was in the hospital, Twitter sent out a warning saying you're not allowed to wish death on the president. So,
fine. I hope he gets the regular flu also.
Well, they're the same apparently. So
that's all right. Cool.
Is that all a temporary thing, by the way? Wishing, the death on people? Like, is it just while he's in the hospital, or can we afterwards? Like, people have been wishing death on me for years on the internet.
Yeah, but that's just when you send them free nudes and unsolicited comedy tickets.
By the way, have you decided who you're voting for, Andrew?
Yeah, everyone is decided at this point, and magically their candidate also won the debate.
Oh, how about that? What a coincidence.
Yeah,
Hands
if you
down.
say you don't know, if you say you don't know who you're voting for at this point, you're just looking for attention. There are no undecided voters. These candidates are completely different, like, what do you want for dinner, asparagus or cocaine? Not that hard.
Both do make your pee smell funny.
Trump knows a lot about that.
Pee
tape, okay. All right, White House advisor Stephen Miller has caught the virus, and we're noticing a pattern here at the White House. Turns out the virus can still infect you even if you're already dead on the inside.
Melania doesn't seem to be dead on the inside yet, but she's over 50, so she's been dead to Trump for many years.
I would say over 30. He likes them young.
It hasn't. By the way, this isn't the first virus he's given to a lady, but it is the first time he's given it to Melania.
Yeah, Melania and Stormy Daniels got into a whole Twitter feud. I don't know if you guys heard about that. If you read about it, there is a chance that the storm turns into a tropical depression. It's a weather system joke.
I liked it.
Thank you. I couldn't even get it out without.
You don't get a lot of weather system jokes anymore.
Tell you what, that's what we do on this podcast.
I don't know. Andrew saying pee-pee tape makes me laugh really hard. Like juvenile nature. When you said pee-pee tape, I was like, that's good. That's just skill.
I like to explain the joke sometimes.
Was the whole thing this I didn't read about it. I did watch it on Pornhub, but Melania called Stormy,
or at least the first 30 seconds.
Melania referred to Stormy as the porn hooker, but that seems untrue and kind of mean anyway. Like, technically Stormy didn't get paid for the sex, she got paid to not talk about the sex. It's different.
Yeah, what a loser Trump is. I mean, when I have sex with a woman, I don't have to pay her to not tell anyone. The shame does it for me. They usually block me on Facebook.
I'm never talking about you again. In this joke, you're going to be much prettier.
That's a good joke.
Call back to an old joke. Facebook is going to stop all political ads until after the election. Great. Now, what are the undecided voters going to do to make up their mind? What are they going to use? Meme pages?
They already do.
Oh, yeah, that's the joke.
Oh, I know. I wrote it.
Oh, okay.
Hey.
Speaking of undecided voters, Ken Bone is back in the news. This is a famous red sweater undecided voter from the last election who couldn't make up his mind, and he couldn't again. And he wanted some attention, so he decided to vote for Joe Jorgensen. Jorgensen sounds like that noise your body makes when you have COVID.
Jorger. I don't know who has the worst names to pronounce on this show, but
well, we'll see.
we'll find out soon. I know an endorsement that'll help everyone make up their mind. The Taliban says they're endorsing President Trump because they believe he'll pull troops out of Afghanistan, just like he promised to do 4 years ago. But he's going to get around to it this time, I swear.
Yeah. It's top of his list. The wall and then that. It's just... Yeah. Asked to condemn the Taliban's endorsement, Trump said, "Stand down and stand by."
Trump is bragging now because he captured a group of terrorists dubbed the ISIS Beatles.
Like Paul and Ringo?
No, it's Cody and El Shaikh. El
Shaikh. Joe Jorgensen.
Joe Jorgensen and El Shaikh.
El Shaikh. Where are these people from? Brooklyn. Oh, shit. Controversial decision for him to not do that. But I also think it was pretty weird that they gave them a record deal. That seems so much.
The Beatles. Slug bug. Nope, that's more than that's a suicide bomb bug. All right. Modern vaccine trials have been slowed by insufficient minority participants. Gee, I wonder if minorities have any reason to be skeptical.
Well, it didn't help that scientists were offering them blankets filled with coronavirus.
History joke. Did you watch the VP debate this week?
I did, and I'm not really sure what all the buzz is about.
A fly landed on Mike Pence's head during the debate, and I feel bad for the fly. You know, he needs to quarantine for 14 days. Flies only live 28 days. You expect him to spend his entire life locked up over a pussy virus?
Don't let it hold you down, intimidate you, fly. I got tested this week, and the results came back.
Oh, and?
I'm not the father.
Hey, Cory. Hey, Trump campaigned. The Trump campaign saved a ticket for Tupac at the debate because Kamala Harris said her favorite rapper, the best rapper alive, was Tupac. That's one way to get the Republicans to leave empty seats for social distancing.
Sounds like Trump saved lots of seats for Tupac and his entire posse at the Tulsa rally.
Yep. Yeah, Obama killed a fly. That shows you how pro-life Mike Pence is. But then again, Obama was born in Africa, so he grew up with them crawling around his eyeball.
Oh, wow. Phil Kapczynski, shout out.
Is that Phil?
Yeah.
Tagged by Phil.
I wanted to... Can you post that without being canceled? That's our question of the day.
Can you be canceled if you don't have a career?
It's a really good point. Hang on, I'm going to post it right now.
They make you go get a real job. That's what they do. They're like, nope, you have to apply to 4 jobs now.
You won't get any of them. Now you're canceled. You're pre-canceled from future work. I'm pretty sure, by the way, Mr. Miyagi would have won that goddamn debate. Or Danielson.
Yeah, after the debate, Don Jr. went on Fox News to say that he said he wanted to call 911 to report a murder. That's how bad Pence was beating Kamala. Just another white woman calling the cops on an innocent black person.
Lindsey Graham recently said that African Americans can reach any level of success in South of Carolina as long as they're liberals, and he will get reelected. He said it in a publicly televised interview, by the way, where he was debating a candidate who's black. Imagine what he says at his all-white private country club.
Ooh.
The N-word, probably.
Oh, well, that was quick.
That's the answer.
Didn't take much imagination to come up with that.
Must have already been thinking it.
How many times a day do you think he says it, just in passing to himself?
Are we doing over-under?
Yeah.
Saying like 6.5.
6.5? That's the half is when he walks into a room and forgets someone's there. Goes, oh, and he stops.
I mean, Mr. Obama. More Tennessee Titans football players tested positive for coronavirus this week. Sounds like coronavirus remembers the Titans.
Well, I remember that joke from last week.
Yeah, but just
I like that joke.
If it's better now that they got it again.
Even better.
So,
yeah, they should. I think, by the way they've been behaving, it's going to work every week for the next.
It's going to be our new Florida opener joke.
They keep having workouts with. Anyway, all right.
Let's see. Did you hear that country musician Morgan Wallen got kicked off SNL this week?
Ooh, did he do some purposely bad Chinese impressions on a podcast?
What do you mean?
I'm not going to give you an example. Ask Lindsey Graham.
No, okay. Yeah, he was supposed to appear as this week's musical guest, but was yanked after a social media post showed him partying and drinking with large crowds of people. Kicked off SNL.
Well, sounds like a pretty good start to like a great country song, you know?
Yeah. Well, he's got to get his dog back first.
And then he might get SNL back, I see.
Yeah. Dog and the wife and the...
Right. Good drive his truck over there. Yeah.
Hey, did you hear Yelp is going to allow users to label a business as racist? Perfect. I have a few comedy clubs that have never booked me I'd like to leave a review for. This won't
Could you not do that?
Could
you not do that before? You couldn't say they were racist before? All right.
I don't if you read up the article we can talk about it. They say like you got to link to a credible news source.
If you're going to refer them to interesting. Well, Yelp is actually our sponsor for the week. It's pretty cool.
Great.
Yelp's our sponsor. Yelp, not just for white people anymore.
Hey,
anybody can.
Well, it'll probably be mostly white people saying.
Good point. It'll probably be mostly white people accusing.
They pronounced my Chinese food order wrong.